Okay, Leitaiya and I are about to get on the highway. We're gonna make a left right here to get, to exit out. We're at the gas station, Gate City, and we're about to get on the highway. We're in Greensboro. We're about to get on the interstate, actually. So Leitaiya, you're gonna make this right. You're gonna stay in the right lane, which is the lane on my side, of course. And we're gonna go on and get on the highway. So we're gonna get onto Interstate 40. And remember, when you make your turn, you stay in your lane. We're gonna follow the sign. And of course, yield means you got to pause for the people. We're gonna make this right. Make it right. So we're about to get on the highway. You see a car coming there. So this sign means yield. That means you have to yield to them. Now when they go, after they go, you go. Okay. You accelerate. When we get on the interstate, you got to be quicker because you're merging into traffic. Okay? Yes. Now this is a big deal that we're approaching because look at your speed limit. Interstate is about 65. You got to start building up your speed. That's something very critical. And meanwhile, while you're building your speed, you look to the left, stay in your lane, begin to look to the left, put on your left signal to let the people know you are on your way, merging in. When it's clear, you don't just rely on your lights. Get on in the lane. You don't just rely on your, take off your signal. You don't rely on just the side mirrors. I want you to look outside the window as well because you have what is considered your blind spot. So it's going to be very necessary for you to merge, get up your speed, increase your speed. And we're not going to take this exit. We're going to get over one lane to the left. Very good. And the reason why we know and another thing to mention is that we know that we were getting out of this lane. Stay in the middle lane. Stay in between the two lines. This is very important. Stay in your lane. Like I said, you got people coming to the left and to the right of you. So you just relax. Just do what you know you should be doing, which is staying in your lane. They will pass you. They will be going, different speeds. When you're more advanced driver, stay in your lane. Follow the flow of the lane. It's very critical because you could hit another car. Okay, and you still have to scan while you're driving. You still have to pay attention because now you have even more opportunity for obstacles. Stay in your lane. Another thing to notice is when you're driving along those lines, if you happen to get out of your lane, you'll feel like a boop, 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 boop. And as later on, I'll allow you to feel that. But right now, just stay in the middle of your lane. The speed limit is 55 now, so mark your speed. You don't necessarily have to brake. You can just take your foot off the accelerator, and the car will naturally begin to slow down. When you see that you're at 55, then you can put your foot back on the accelerator, continue to move forward. So we're just going to continue to drive. We're in this lane. We're good to go. We also, when we're driving along, we pay attention to the signs on the highway, of course, because it lets us know whether or not there's other, if the lane is going to be changing, if you're going to have to merge into another lane, if there's going to be other lanes merging into your lane. And you want to pay attention to all of those things because on the interstate, you have tractor trailers, motorcycles, you got a whole lot of different things happening. And you have indicators that are a way of communicating with you. These signs are a way of communicating with you. Like this sign here is telling us what?
That people traffic is going to merge in.
Exactly. And we see that that's happening now with the 18-wheeler coming on. So these people, they're doing what they need to do. You follow what you need to follow. You're good to go. Meaning as far as the speed limit, you stay in your lane and don't make any quick movements as far as like, well, let me just get over in this lane. See, that's this don't even have this lane. I thought it had the indicator. Stay in your lane. I thought it had the indicator. So you got someone that's going to be to the right of you merging. All right. So we pay attention to the speed. You're doing an excellent job. And it lets you know, these other signs let you know where the highway is going to split. Sometimes you get two lanes that's going to split to the left and maybe one going to the right, and that becomes another highway. It's an opportunity to go to another city, and it splits. And so that's what we pay attention to. We also read the signs to let us know where we're going. Exit 221 obviously tells us we can go downtown if that's where we were heading. So this is how we would do it without a GPS. And even with the GPS, you would be looking because the GPS may say, take, 1 mile, make a right on Eugene Street or what have you. And so obviously you're going to be reading your signs as you're driving and as you're staying in your lane, as you're paying attention to the road sign. You see it's telling you where it's going to split. Like I just indicated, you get a lane that's going to go to the left that now becomes 85. You can go to Charlotte that way. And then if you go to the right, it'll take you to Winston-Salem. See, you have to pay attention to all that when you're behind the wheel. You're doing an excellent job. So we're going to keep where we are, stay in this middle lane, and we're just driving right along. Continue to glance at your speed limit, glance at things that's happening around you, which is our scanning. We want to scan people. Also pay attention to your rearview mirror, see what's coming around you, make sure nothing's happening, because people are not always paying attention behind the wheel. So you want to make sure you're not in harm's way. They might, scoot over in your lane because they're not paying attention. Some people are texting while driving. So you want to be well aware when you're behind the wheel. So you scan your side view mirrors often, look in your rear view mirror often. Your eyes should always be moving. You should never just be straight ahead. Well, you should be straight ahead, but I'm saying your eyes should never just be staring and just one blank stare. So you're doing an excellent job. Excellent. Yes. Excellent. All right, watch your speed. You're going low. Get that speed up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put on our right signal. We're going to go into the right lane, one lane over to the right. Very good. Watch your speed. Stay in this middle lane. Watch your speed. You got to get that speed up, baby. You're on the interstate. You can, just as a record, just as something to tell you, you can get a ticket for driving too far under the speed limit, although you weren't there. But just as an FYI, I don't remember what it is. Like if it's a 65 mile per hour, if you're going like 25 or something like that, I think you can get a ticket for that. But you can refer to your manual just to be sure of that. But great job. Continue going straight. Stay in this lane. Very good. Excellent. Leitaiya is doing a great job, you all. She's doing it. She is on the interstate for the very first time. Am I right, baby? This is your first time on the interstate. Her first time, you all, on the interstate. So we're actually 40 West. We're just driving along. And I love early morning traffic, as I indicated, early morning driving, as I indicated earlier, because, again, we don't have a lot of people to contend with. Stay in your lane, boo. We don't have a lot of people to contend with. And she's doing her thing. So we are approaching the mall area. Stay in your lane when you're drifting. See, he went over, but he was going in, he was trying to stay in this lane.